Hi, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jem and I do a lot, sorry I'm just filling around my board here. I do a lot of different types of videos, so you'll have to have a look. I've made a couple of hundred now, starting in 2020 where I was an addict, to 2022 where I've tried to motivate, inspire and even share about my life and also do research. For those of you who know me, no, I haven't cut my hair. It's just hot and I'm just lazy, and you can see it here. It's still in the bun. It's still got long hair. Now, what did I want to talk about today? It's being of service. Now, what does being of service mean? We're not talking about paid positions here. We're talking where you might do voluntary work or where you offer to serve somebody. And so I'm going to talk about intent. Yesterday, I was supposed to go to my local op shop, which is run by a Christian church, but at the op shop, I don't work in the op shop, there's attached a little coffee shop where you come in for a free cup of coffee and a sandwich or a bit of cake and for a bit of a chat. Now, I didn't go, and the reason I didn't go is because I was really tired from all this NDIS stuff. And at first I thought that was a bad reason, that really I should honour my obligations. But no, when I looked back, I did the right thing. Because if I had gone yesterday, the idea is for me at service to listen. And if I'm tired and yawning and someone, say, comes in and they're in a bad headspace and I'm tired because I really was tired and I'm yawning, that person would think that they didn't matter. So the best service I could have done was to actually have stayed away, because I was not the best version of myself. When you do these things of service, you should do it with the right motivation and the right intent. And that's because you want to do it. And yes, I did want to do it, but it wouldn't have been right, because I would have, after a while, started to avoid people yesterday because I would have been just too tired and just too overwhelmed, because the last few days, as I said, I've been dealing with a lot of people and my head's a bit done in dealing with people. I get very anxious, I get very panicky, and that's a whole different video about, going out into society, and which I'll do one day, about how we can all together get around this, because by doing it, I'll be helping you and you'll be helping me and I'll be helping myself, and it's a win-win. But yes, back to being of service. It is a good thing that we all volunteer or we all agree to do something for somebody else. But if we do it for the purpose of some gain, profit, or out of a selfish motive, it is not right. Don't do it. And if we do it, if we do it with the intent, I have to do it because I've obligated, I committed, don't do it. Because by saying I'm committed, you already make it like a bad thing. What I'm trying to say, if you have joy, I'm glad I'm going to do it, instead of, oh no, it's another Tuesday, I'm back to volunteering again, oh bloody hell. don't do it. But if you do it with love and joy from your heart, from the real true intent of service, that is what is service to humanity. So it's all about motives. It's all about intent. And so I felt really bad because I hadn't honoured my obligations, but I would have been too tired. And can you imagine someone who'd come to that coffee shop who was in a very bad, say, mental state and had met me, and I would have just drained them further? Could you imagine the consequences? Both people would have lost there, that person and me, because I would have blamed myself. I would have been in this position of remorse and regret that I had gone and hadn't made someone feel better just because I was tired. So I did the right thing by staying away. So just because you agree to volunteer, or you agree to do something, or make a promise to do something for somebody, make sure that you do it as the best version of you. And if you feel doubt, leave it out. Sorry, that's my English accent. When in doubt, D-O-U-B-T, leave it out, O-U-T. So if you wake up just not feeling right about it, don't do it. It is very simple to ring or contact that person and to say, I'm sorry, I just can't do it. And either you reschedule or you be honest about it and say, it just doesn't feel right. I'm sorry, I know I may be letting you down, but it is better for both of us that I don't do this. Because it's all about where from your heart you do these things. And if you do it because you have to do it out of duty, sometimes we think we love our parents or our children when we don't. We're just doing it out of this duty thing because they're our mother, they're our father, or our kid. And we don't really love them, but because they're a kid, we've got this misconception of love. And it's the same with service. You have to be right. And if you're not right, or you don't feel right in any way, it is best for you and the people that you made these promises to, that you don't do it. Next Tuesday, I'll go back, and they were fine with the fact that I didn't show up yesterday, because I rang them and I told them and said, I'm really tired. And that's the other thing. Just because you then don't feel right about doing it, don't ignore the other person or the commitments you've made. Do the right thing and let them know that you can't do it. I'm sure they'll understand, and if they don't, they weren't worth serving in the first place. Thank you for listening, and this is what I also see my YouTube's videos as service, especially 2023. I'm going to try to leave drama out. I did share some drama about what happened with, after the NA meeting last week, where they had gone through, I believe that that's an assumption, makes an ass out of you and me, but the time frame was too short. So that's where the finger was pointed, went through the charity bins, and I guess, it all goes back to all my messages before that I've left on religious and spiritual videos that I do, that we have a life review, and let's forget the life review. Let's review what we do every day. And even if we didn't meet our commitments, if we had let the person know, that is not wrong. Because sometimes we can't make commitments. And I guess it even applies to work. You really should, when it comes to work, not just work because of money, but work because of service. Work because you are enjoying it, because when you enjoy it, you give back to the company and you're getting rewards back. So yeah, service goes with work too. And when you are doing a job you like, you want to be there instead of taking a sickie. When you're taking too many sickies, or you're having too many headaches, or making bad hair days to get out of work, or your blood pressure is through the roof and stress, I would really question your work. I would really question, what are you doing? Are you doing it out of... What I'm really trying to say is, not only do you have to be honest with others, you have to be honest with you. And when it comes to reviewing days events every day, don't judge yourself for, doing bad things. Learn from it. But judge, what I'm trying to say is, where we do things wrong is when we do things because we have to do them. We don't have to. We should do things from an honest place because we want to do them. So if you are in a job and you may be earning thousands of dollars, but you're unhappy, do you know what? That unhappiness can spread like a ripple effect, like I've talked about in so many videos, and impact on your colleagues and workmates. And they can feel those vibes because everything is vibrations, good and bad vibrations. We're all vibrating at different frequencies. So when I was tired yesterday, my vibrations were very, very low. So if someone had come to that coffee shop who was very low vibrating as well and had met me, I wouldn't have been able to help them uplift and vibrate at a higher frequency. And that's what all I'm trying to do when I say be the best version of me and offer you love, is that so we can all, and the earth, vibrate at a higher frequency and be truly honest with each other, and most of all, honest with ourselves, because that's where honesty starts. And please, when I say honesty, looking at yourself, do not berate yourself and say you are a bad person because you did this, this, and this. You made a mistake. We all make mistakes. We all make errors of judgment. And sometimes in a situation, with the limited knowledge that you have in that situation, perhaps that's the best way you could have acted. I was once told by a counsellor, I had a situation where I did things and I ended up getting screwed over and going to jail. And the counsellor said to me, Jen, in an irrational situation, how else could you have acted but irrationally? So remember that. And remember to be kind to yourselves, and that you have to love yourself. And we are flawed human beings. And it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what you do. You are a valued member of divinity. You are part of me and I am part of you. And you may think I'm a little bit off the topic, but I'm not. Because if we all go back to this honesty, we all raise our vibrations, and also with honesty, the illusions of the veils of deception, that we are being taught and told by the elite and by the media and by those who have vested interests gets lifted, and we also start to see that we are divine spiritual beings, and in that we are perfect. Remember, cherish every moment and love the best you can, because all we have is this moment, and every life matters, and I love you. Take care. Bye. This will be done for today. Not sure when I'll be back, but you have a good week. Love you. Tomorrow is Australia Day. For those of you who don't know, Google Australia Day. Take care. Bye.